Yeah. Premier on the track. Hey, yo, shout out to the NBA. What's your favorite team? I'm gonna break down all the teams to show you how I flip it into a rhyme scheme.
Take your time.
Pay close attention.
Break it down.
I'm in Atlanta with the Hawk. I poked him, he fell quick. I used to be a scalper like Boston. I sell ticks. My Cuban link chain so heavy my neck hurt. Call me the Brooklyn Nets. In Brooklyn I network. Get fly in Charlotte, spread my wings like a hornet. Every time I hear your music, I fast forward. Yeah. Premier on the track. Hey, yo, shout out to the NBA. What's your favorite team? I'm gonna break down all the teams to show you how I flip it into a rhyme scheme.
Take your time.
Pay close attention.
Break it down.
I'm in Atlanta with the Hawk. I poked him, he fell quick. I used to be a scalper like Boston. I sell ticks. My Cuban link chain so heavy my neck hurt. Call me the Brooklyn Nets. In Brooklyn I network. Get fly in Charlotte, spread my wings like a hornet. Every time I hear your music, I fast forward. If I was bipolar, I'd kill you soon as my mood switch. Something like Chicago, cause I'm back on my bullshit. In the gym working on my Cleveland Cavs. I be running like the horse on the Dallas Mavs. Hungry, so I gotta put some food in my stomach. I need some sweet and sour sauce for my Denver Nuggets. Now my wife got a gold toilet bowl. Something like Detroit, she pissed in a cup when she was on parole. These rappers is my kids, call Maury up. I'm in the golden state of mind, a warrior. Rockin' like Houston, I don't give a damn. I don't rap for free, I sell verses. Swiss beats and Timberland. Indiana Pacers jacket with the zipper. I just got a haircut with some LA Clippers. Like the Lakers, bring the chip to my city. Shout to my nigga bleak ass Memphis. I be on my Grizzly, heat like Miami. Push your head back, get bucks like Milwaukee. Jadakiss already said that. Shooting like the Timberwolves, I ain't missing fam. Timber, knock the trees down on your timberlands. Move birds, call them pelicans. So Knicks in the rain, lightning and thunder. I'm a hustling veteran. I'm a survivor like Magic Johnson. The gangsters respect me from Brooklyn to Compton. I was born in 78, never been a quitter. 2 years ahead of my time, I'm a 76er. I don't feel sympathy for no grown man. He gotta put some cash in his own hand. When I got jammed up, I got out my own jam. I had to figure it out. I made my own plan. Women and kids I treat like my own fam. But I don't feel sympathy for no grown man.
I take a break when the weight of the world is sitting on me. Too many difficulties for me to let shit control me. Shit is lonely, hoping, repenting, all of my sins atone me. You feel that pain cause the pain is meant for the living only. Only the real know when the shit is phony. Man, the blind can't lead the blind. Somebody gotta have vision, homie. Got no remorse for these young dummies who come for me. Let the Drake off when these grown babies with young money. They got their hands out for handouts. Taking food out of Rand mouth, I can't vouch. Get your ass off the damn couch and branch out. Instead of you sitting in, niggas stand out. And take your shoes off in this man's house or get stamped out. Now I know Rain, he a grown man. He should throw hands and stand on his own too. Do the shit that they won't do. They look to you because they supposed to. These niggas only men when they get loaded in the Pro Tools. I'll show you.
I don't feel sympathy for no grown man. He gotta put some cash in his own hand. When I got jammed up, I got out my own jam. I had to figure it out. I made my own plan. Women and kids I treat like my own fam. But I don't feel sympathy for no grown man. While Young Thug had y'all skiing in the spring, I was moving my dick to fit the Nina in my jeans. Swiss Army knife, poked your leader in the spleen. Claim he got it locked, I'm like Alicia with the keys. Grown men think you supposed to feed them, sucker please. This is reality, Nasarima was a dream. School of hard knocks, fuck the teacher and the dean. The principal to me is what's supreme. You niggas took them PPP loans and ain't read the in-betweens. That's why the Fed's sending them subpoenas to your P's. You got greedy when you started seeing all them G's. You slept like you needed all them Z's. When them alphabet boys get behind you, don't be speaking in them B's. A, B, you see, you gotta speed up on the D's. A chef like Ray, cook and feed it to the fiends. I was moving meth back when he was singing Cream. I don't feel sympathy for no grown man. He gotta put some cash in his own hand. When I got jammed up, I got out my own jam. I had to figure it out. I made my own plan. Listen up, I got a story to tell. I live correct, your knowledge goes as far as the internet. Reminiscing the days when we cherished our intellect. Don't even know our way around, we use GPS. Don't even talk to each other, we rather send a text. Woke up kinda late, I took a shower and did some sets. Had lunch, a chicken Caesar salad with vinaigrette. Heineken sitting on the table, but I ain't sipping yet. Used the bottle top as an ashtray for the cigarette. Wifey said how I look, she just finished getting dressed. Beautiful, she had on my favorite stockings. Fishnet, the television got interrupted. It said this is a test of the emergency broadcast system. Ain't this a mess? Eyewitness news, the cop shot a kid in the neck. Police are trained to kill us, the cops been a threat. When they go to the shooting range, it's such a disrespect. Even the target is black, look at the silhouette. Pap cold, it ain't even December yet. Listening to the Cocoa Brothers loading the Smith & West. Flew private, but we don't brag just cause we in a jet. Touchdown like Cal Fuller after he intercept. If I don't tell strangers passing by. Ain't no competition, the trapper keep a loose leaf composition. Notebook user conversing with lifers on a visit. Attica Green Haven, he was wildin' but started chillin'. Sent him to a medium, now he up and go on to sitting. No guidance, so at a young age, daughter stripping. Bring the back of the milk cartons back. Father's missing in the 80s, niggas named Mike used to get all the chicken. Michael Jackson, Brooke Shields, Mike Tyson, and Robin Givens had to stick a butter knife in the door. The knob was missing, blood all over the counter inside of mama's kitchen. False alarm. Auntie got 37 dissolving stitches, cut her hand on a broken glass when she was washing dishes. Paid us to leave. Crooked politicians. Brooklyn ain't the same since gentrification. Dog is different. Never seen raccoons in Brooklyn. Now they walking limping. Rabies infested. Foaming at the mouth. Saliva dripping. 2020 Porsche 911. Push start ignition. 0 mileage off the showroom floor. The car was driven.
Dom de Marco, Dom de Marco. Dom DeMarco, Dom DeMarco.
All right, should be good now. Should be good. This is Coffee and Charts, volume 66. Something was going on with my mic. Had no idea what it was, so I just restarted everything. But good now. All right, so we're going to do a little observation while we got some time left before the market closes. This observation is under the Coffee and Charts playlist. It'll be volume 66. I think the live market observation yesterday also, coincidentally, was volume 66 for the live market observations. So we're coincidentally on the same volume for both. It be like that sometimes. Yesterday's observation was very good. I believe that it was very informative. I covered in some detail why it's important to wait. It's important to wait when you're dealing with the markets. Regardless of what you are using as far as the way of you entering into trades, you really need to take the time to gain an understanding of how the market that you are trading actually moves, because it's the movement of the market itself, and having an understanding of that, which puts you in a position of advantage over other traders. So while many traders struggle to be profitable, by you taking the time to actually learn how to understand market movement and behavior, etc., by you doing that, what you're doing in essence is learning what you actually need to know in order to be profitable in the first place. It's the missing piece for 99% of people who trade. The reason that they'll go on winning streaks, the reason that they'll be profitable for a period of time, and then for some reason it doesn't work for them anymore. And I talked about this yesterday. It's called luck. Luck runs out in the market. I mean, luck runs out with anything. You cannot consistently and continuously be lucky. Eventually, it's going to stop because you'll experience the other side of whatever the thing is. So in the case of the market, as soon as you try to fit what you're doing into some type of organized way of entering into your trades, the market decides to switch up how it moves. And it throws off your way of entering into trades. You see how that works? So right when you think you have it figured out, and you're saying to yourself, yeah, this is it, man. I finally found a good strategy that's, it works. Soon as you say that, you'll notice that the market will start doing different shit. And you won't understand why. the only thing that you're left with is your method of entering. So what you do is you then take the very thing that you said works and you throw it away because it doesn't work anymore. Am I telling the truth? How many of y'all have bought strategies out there or subscribe to signals and it works for a while, then it stops working? You ever wonder why that is? There are people that sell strategies and they keep selling new strategies. Why do they do that? What happened to the old one? What happened is the market. So strategies and, indicators and things of that nature that are used to attempt to fit a way of entering into the market into a box, every time that you attempt to do that, eventually it stops working the way that you want it to. And it doesn't have anything to do with whatever the strategy or the method is. It has everything to do with how the market is. The market by nature doesn't allow you to box it in. It literally will show and basically manifest a multitude of different types of behaviors, different types of speeds, which we call environments. You ever see the market and it's like it's kind of fast, but it's not really that fast? You ever see that and you're like, man, I'm not sure what to make of this. You ever see the market real fast, but it has a lot of wicks on the candles? And then other times you see the market real fast and it has no wicks on the candles. They're two different types of behaviors. If you can't tell the difference, guess what you'll do? You'll take your strategy and you'll apply it in different environments at different times when the behaviors are different. Guess what happens to your outcomes? They're different. You'll find yourself winning some and eventually losing more than you win. And it, in all honesty, is because you did not take the time to learn how to understand market movement first. If people would just take heed to that piece of advice alone, they would be more successful when they trade. If you literally just stopped and started applying what I'm telling you to do, which is to just observe the market and get familiar with how it moves. Take a week or two, take a month. And instead of logging in and trading, log in and just look. Just watch it. Don't try to figure anything out. Don't try to trade. Don't try to see if your trading method would have worked. Don't try to see if you would have taken that trade, it would have won. Don't do that. Just look at the market and observe it. And the market literally will teach you everything about it because you took the time to learn. This is what my training forces you to do. See, a lot of people are thrown off by the training for NADEX. The TeamAlliance training for the NADEX platform, people are confused a lot of times when they ultimately start to train because they're thinking that, oh, well, I want to be able to trade how Mark trades. Well, you got to understand that Mark doesn't trade first. Mark observes the market first. Trading is the consequence of my observation. once I see stability present in the market and then a trade comes. That's when I end up in a trade. Aside from that, I'm not trading. So, and this right here is the problem. Mark, I need income now. And what you'll do is take your money, open up an account or fund your account, start trading, and instead of having income, you start having outgo. The money ain't coming in, it's going out. You keep making deposits. See, you don't want to start that, and you don't want to put yourself in that loop. You are much better off learning how to be patient and wait until you have understanding of how the market moves, and then you make your deposit. And to be honest, it's already done for you through the training here. The blueprint is already laid out. You don't even have to do anything other than plug into it. You don't got to figure anything out. Oh, I'm going to take this this training that Mark does, and I'm going to incorporate it into my own strategy. All right, well, you can try that. Good luck. There are many people that come through TA, sign up, train for less than a month, and then leave. Now, what did they actually do? They didn't train at all. What they did was they watched some videos, and their greed and impatience pushed them to seek something that will happen faster for them. And they'll find it. You're going to lose faster. As soon as you leave the training here and you go look elsewhere, you find something and you apply and you start losing quicker. You never took the time to actually train and learn how to understand the market here, because that's what this training does for you. It makes you do that. It works on your mindset. It teaches you how to stop being impatient. It teaches you how to develop patience and discipline so you can deal with the market. You think that you're just going to take trades. This is your thinking when you come into this world and you come onto a platform like NADEX. You think you're just going to come on here and trade and get 30 trades in a week. You're going to figure out how to do it fast. And what ends up happening is you become impatient with the training here. So you leave. Nah, that's too slow. It's too slow, man. It's not enough trades. And you don't understand that you don't need a lot of trades. What you need is to stop losing the trades that you take. You can't stop losing if you don't know why you're losing. Uh-oh. You're like, here he goes. How you going to stop losing? You don't even know why you lost. I'm not making it up. This is what people do. This is what folks do, man. Very soon I'll be introducing something. I had spoke on this earlier in the year. And I talked about how, there's an entire group, probably way more people, I would say, out there who are in the trading world. They're looking for signals. They're looking for a faster way to get to money. with anything fast comes risk, especially your definition of fast. Because to me, being able to learn a skill set that allows you to become profitable once and for all, if that takes you a year, that's fast. A year is quick to me. Because you got to understand that I've been in the industry for 30 years. So if you're able to accomplish what I'm suggesting, which is learning how to actually understand the market itself, if you're able to learn that skill as you develop your mindset, and you're able to do that within the span of a year, that is extremely fast. 2 years is fast. 3 years is fast. Oh, damn. Why are you talking about years, Mark? Because how many years did it take you to develop your bullshit? How many years did it take you to develop your impatience and your greed? You tell me. How old are you? 35? 24? You 24. All right, it took you 24 years to develop your bullshit. You 35 is probably worse because you're older. So you're more set in your ways. The older that you get, the more set you become in your ways. The more time that you waste on not actually learning the skill set that you need, the longer it takes. That's why I tell people don't waste the time. Make use of your time. You're not getting younger. The clock's not going back. It's going forward. So each time you put it off and then you revisit and you come back, you're like, damn, I should have stayed. Damn, why didn't I just stay there? Because what will happen is you go back out, I should say, and you look around and you still see the same shit that you saw before you got here. It's not different stuff. It's the same. It's all the same. Signals, strategies, right? And all of them cost way more than this, don't it? It's not even close. You can actually afford this. Some of y'all can't afford the stuff that's out there. Somebody told me yesterday, they're in a group. The group charges $500 a month. A month to be in a group chat. We have a group chat. And our group chat is way more valuable than any one that I've ever seen. You got students that actually record what they're doing and share it in the group chat so that you can see examples of what it is that we're learning. So it's not just me showing you. It's students that learn from me showing you. And it ain't $500 a month. Somebody else told me there's some other thing that they would subscribe to is $250 a month. Plus $1,000 if you wanted to get some extra training. I'm like, damn. This is real. This is what people really pay. So understand what I'm saying. People are paying that much money for some type of service, and they're not learning what they need to learn to actually become profitable. And that's not to take away from whatever the service is. See, a lot of people have it twisted. They think that when I talk about strategies and, signal services that I'm talking bad about them. I'm not. I never said anything's wrong with a signal service or strategy. But you always hear me tell you that there's something wrong with your mindset. Uh-oh. And what happens is because your mindset is not where it needs to be, whatever the signal service is or the strategy doesn't work for you. So it's actually not the signal service or the strategy, is it? It's you. So when you come around TA, first thing that you're exposed to is what? Mindset. I tell y'all all the time, well, Mark, where should I start? I'm thinking about joining your training. Where should I begin? You start with 301 Mindset. It's a free video on the channel. Watch it. I didn't say go and watch a playlist with trades in it. I got plenty of those. Well, Mark, do you have any real live trade examples? Of course. Every playlist, every challenge I ever did, every project I ever did is real trades. But you don't understand what you're looking at if you don't get into the training and understand the foundation of what we do. The trade doesn't make sense to you. It's just a trade. Like, oh, wow, that was a nice trade, man. Look how much he made on that. Damn, that trade had 20 contracts on it. See, you more focused on that than you are on what I'm doing. Don't get distracted by the numbers. This is why I tell and I teach all of the students here. Who cares about the money? We don't care about the money. It's the skill that you need. See, the money is only going to do what it needs to do if you're doing what you need to do. How can the money grow if the skill is not there? I don't care how much you start with. Oh, well, I'm just going to start with more contracts. I'm going to start with 10 contracts so I can get there faster. Nope. You're going to start with 10 when you can't turn 1 into 10. Why? Why do that? If you can't turn 1 contract into 2, why would you start with 10? Oh boy. So these are just logical questions that I like to ask people because people love to ask me shit. Mark, what's your win ratio? On average, what could I expect to win if I join your group? Well, you can expect to keep losing if you don't. I can tell you that much. You can definitely expect to keep losing if you don't join. But anyway, you know, I talk like this because a lot of times people are messaging me and these are the questions that they're asking. So I just air out the questions. It's not new. Like, you know, these are the same questions people keep asking me all the time. And I'm like, the answers are the same. They're the same answers all the time. We can look at right now, just as an example. Like right now, I am observing the market and I'm looking at the market, right? Overall, the market is not fast and it's not slow. The speed of the movement is somewhere in between. Is that ideal for trading? If the environment that you're in is neither fast or slow, how many different behaviors can manifest in that environment? A bunch of different behaviors. Because the market has not decided what it wants to commit to. For one, it's not committing to fast or slow yet. that already tells you that the behavior will do the same. The behavior will not commit to being stable or not. It'll do a little bit of both. And in the process of doing that, it'll trick your ass. Or I should say, you'll get tricked. Because the market's not doing anything to you. It's not making you trade. The market is just doing whatever it's doing at the time. The problem is you don't know what the market's doing. That's the problem. And because you don't know, what you'll do is actually trade. You'll literally trade anyway. I'm going to take this one. This one looks good. I've seen Mark take trades like this. You sure? Are you sure? And this is what I mean about trying to fit the market into some type of a box. And that's just a figure of speech that I'm using. I don't mean a literal box. I'm not talking about this green box. I'm talking about you're trying to curve fit. You're trying to make the market do what you want it to do, instead of observing so that you can see what the market is actually doing. When you learn how to see and how to watch the market, you begin to understand why it does not make sense to trade at the time. Like, damn, now, you know what? I shouldn't be trading at all right now because market could do this when I'm thinking it's going to do that. Exactly. Give you an example. We'll do an exercise right now, just to see. Just to see. So currently we have the market, the last 3 candles are blue, right? If you look at how the overall market is structured right now, overall the market has been moving down, right? But the market didn't move down by just red candles. There were blue candles in between, right? There's blue candles now. You got 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And if you're trying to set up a trade, we know that these are binaries that we're trading. So each of these lines represent a different strike price. So the relevant binary right now is this one. The one at the top of where this box is. Where the current blue candle is. This candle, you see this candle that's now going above? So if you look at this and you're looking to trade, you're looking to buy, right? You're looking to buy because that's what the market has been doing. It's been going up. So you're like, yeah, this should keep going up. But understand the dynamic of the market for a moment. Right now, the market is moving up. But the behavior present in the market overall has opposite color candles in between the candles that are going in one direction. So even though right now you have 4 candles going up, this current candle can move and go down and end underneath this line with the time remaining left on this clock. You got what, 15 seconds? This still can dip right below this line, right? And let's just watch and just see what it does. All right, so it happened to stay above the line. Stayed above the line by about 2 micropips. But look at the dynamic of what happened. It's moving upwards, and it still can continue to move upwards. But there is a candle that took place after the blue ones, that was red. So if you're basing your decision on entering off of the blue candles without considering the fact that behavior is present where in between the one directional moves are opposite color candles, just like over here. Market is moving down, but you got blue candles in between. Just look. It's moving down, blue candle. Moving down again, another blue candle. So if you just base your trade off of the direction that the market is currently moving in without understanding the overall behavior of the candles and of the movement, it's very easy for you to get into a trade setup and then the market reverses on you. It won't always happen, and that's what the problem is. You'll get away with trading. For example, if you would have entered that trade, you would have won this. How would you feel if you won this trade? Think about what I'm saying. 4 candles going up and then a red candle, and then the red candle stays above the line. So if you bought based off of the fact that these candles were moving up and just use that alone, that's the decision or the deciding factor for you. Yeah, I'm going to buy this because the market's moving up, so it should move up higher. And on the very last candle, instead of moving up, it moves down. And not only does it move down, it actually it threatens your trade. But look at what happens. You took the trade and you won the trade. Emotionally, how does that make you feel? And psychologically, what does that do? The first thing you say is, I won that. And your brain remembers this. So now you're justifying this. And the next time that you see this, you do it again. Oh, I remember taking a setup like this. Yeah, and it stayed above. Yeah, it should stay above. You justify whatever the outcome was at the time, not understanding why. My question to you is, well, you got 4 blue candles here. Why is this one red? Why is this one not blue? Oh boy. Good question, ain't it? Look, we're gonna do it again. Let's do it again. This time the candles are red. And this is what I mean about repeating. So because that last one that you took, you're like, yeah, it was the candles were blue. I bought, stayed up, and I won that trade. This time I'm gonna do the same thing. Look at these candles. They look nice. Look at how they moving lower. Yeah, the market's moving down. I'm gonna sell this. And then you go ahead and you take a sell on this. You just sell. You're basing all of your decision making off of the fact that you got red candles here. And I'm just using this as one example because this is a typical example of how people trade and how they make their decision to trade. They're ignoring the overall market. They're just looking at this. They're like, all right, red candles, it's under the line. Yeah, I'm selling. But all they're looking at is this. This is their reason for entering. That can't be the only reason that you entered. What are you basing this off of aside from the fact that you got red candles going down? What's stopping this from turning up, going up, turning blue, and going above this line? Look at this. I can't make this up. The candle just turned blue. Look at what it's doing. Threatening your strike again. So literally, exactly what we just saw happen over here with blue and red just happened over here with red and blue. The same exact thing, opposite. Over here was red coming down, threatening your strike. Over here was blue coming up, threatening your strike. I can't make this up. And what happens? You took both trades and you won both trades. Now what happens? You look to do it again. I'm 2-0. I'm 2-0, man. This works. Mind you, this is the first instance of this taking place anyway. You didn't see this take place at all yet until you got over there. It didn't happen anywhere else. Just look back. Didn't happen nowhere else. You didn't even see that. But it happened over here. And now, because this seems so easy to you to do, you look for another way to do it again. And you keep following that same pattern. What you're looking for is these candles to be the same color going in one direction. And that's what you're basing your trade off of. Not understanding that this is the first instance of the market even doing this. It did it twice while we were looking. And I kid you not, you would think I literally told the market to do this. Just when I choose to show you an exercise, it does exactly something that people use. People use this to trade with. They're doing exactly what I'm describing. Oh yeah, I'm 2-0. Not understanding why. Tell me why in the last minute did this candle turn blue? You had 4, not even, you had 5 red candles. The last one over here was blue. Over here, you had 4 blue candles. The last one here was red. Why? Why wasn't it blue? See, when you can't answer these questions, it means that you don't understand the movement of the market at the time. And it's okay if you don't know what the movement is. Done. The value is understanding that you don't know what the movement is, which means that you don't trade. Because you cannot keep doing this. Because the market's not going to keep doing this. You don't even know what environment you're in. Are you in a fast or slow environment right now? It's kind of in between, ain't it? It's like, damn, well, it's not fast, but it's not slow either. Right, so where are you? You're in limbo. You don't even know what the environment is. It's somewhere in the middle. Is that where you want to be when you're actually trading? In the middle? Middle means it can go either way. So that was a great example to use, just to show you how people use some type of method of entering into the trade. It's easy to use this method. Yeah, just you wait till the candles are all the same color and then you go in. Yeah, but what environment is this? What do you mean, what environment? Well, we don't really know what environment this is in. Is it a slow environment or a fast environment? Is there momentum? If it's fast, I want momentum. If it's slow, I want range. Whoa. Well, what are these words? What are these words you're using? What do you mean momentum? You mean volatility? No. Momentum. Push. I need to see something that gives the market a reason to stay where it goes. See, the market is either in a fast environment with momentum, forcing it to stabilize, or in a slow environment within a range where the movement stabilizes, When the market ranges in a slow environment, it's respecting the barriers that it's creating through the candles. This is why I call it small candle dominant, because the candles are small and the range of the candles are a certain number or less. For example, 4 micropips or less. You look at all the 1 minute candles, all of them are 4 or less. What is that telling you about the current market behavior? It's letting you know, well, the market's actually within that range of movement. The movement is limited to 4 micropips or less each minute. And that's what the overall behavior is doing. That's what we call horizontal, because that's what it literally turns into. Visually, it looks like the market and the candles are moving from left to right, across. See, I'm not making this up. The things I teach you is what the market does. You're learning how to see it. The same way that before you come here, or if you're outside of this training and this understanding, you don't see it. All you see is red or blue. Oh, well, I saw blue, so I bought. I saw red, I saw it was going down, so, I figured it would stay down. Well, why would it stay down when it could just as easily turn around and go the other way? How is it moving down? How are the candles moving lower? Oh boy. These are good questions. And again, if you can't answer the questions, then you don't know enough about the movement of the market to even trade. Because like I said, eventually you won't be able to sustain your method. Your method going to lose at some point and you ain't going to know why. And it's going to frustrate the hell out of you. And then you're going to blame whoever you bought the strategy from. Or you'll blame whoever you're getting the signals from. Oh man, their signals suck. Well, you don't even know what the signals are. You don't know where they're coming from. Why are they even entering there? Does it make sense? What are they using? Indicators? Indicators lag. We don't got no indicators on the chart at all. It's just the price candles and a green box. And the box is only there so that you can see the distance between the 2 strike prices. It's just a tool. Other than that, you're the indicator. You're learning how to actually see what the market's doing and understand what it's doing. Knowing when not to be in a trade. But there's a trade set up. Yeah, but this is not the right time. See, all of this is relevant. All of it. Anything that you hear me talk about is relevant. When you start applying it, you start to realize, oh, snap, that's why I used to be losing those trades. Exactly. Mark, I waited for the market to slow down and then it popped on me right at the last minute. I guarantee you that behavior was there before you took the trade. You just didn't see it. And you didn't have the patience to wait until that behavior dominated. So if you rushed into it, you could have just took the trade just because that was the first time that you saw the behavior. We don't base our decision making off of that. We base our decision making off of what the market is actually doing overall. And only when the market is stable overall. And we have ways of recognizing all of the layers of stability that the market can present to us based on the perspective that we're looking from. So you can be looking at the market horizontally or vertically. In both instances, the market presents layers of stable movement. And you need to know how they manifest. In vertical, it manifests through momentum and continuation. Same color candles, large, cutting through the box. Just think about that statement. Think about that. This is what I said in, I think it was Live Market Observation 65. I forgot exactly how I said it, but it was something like that. Same color candles cutting through the box. So, yeah, I know that. Yeah, I think it was long candles, same color, cutting through the box. I think that's exactly how I said it. Long candles, same color, cutting through the box. Now, listen to that. Long candles. Well, why long candles? Because long candles represent momentum. And they are degrees of momentum. Yeah, I knew I had it. Mel is on it. Mel is on it. She's like, I'll never forget that. Y'all crazy. I will never forget that in life. Long candles, same color, cutting through the box. So just the idea of long candles. Momentum pushes the market. What happens when you push something? It goes farther. What does long represent? It represents length. So the candles are going farther. And if they're going farther, what else do? They cut through the box. And what happens when they're all the same color, cutting through the box? You got long candles, the same color, cutting through the box. What is that doing? It's setting up the continuation when that candle crosses over. Crosses over what? The box. Y'all following me? This is the nature of the market when it stabilizes in a fast environment. In order for it to stabilize, you need to have momentum. And I'm talking about stabilizing to the point where there's no question about when it crosses over, if it will stay over. When it moves across, there's no question whether it will stay across or not. You know that it will stay across. Why? Because there's momentum. Long candles, same color. They cut through the box and they stay wherever they go. That's vertical. We call it vertical stability. So you see what I'm doing? I'm not teaching you a strategy. I'm teaching you how to see what the market does. Uh-oh. It's much more valuable because now you can take it and just apply that. And every trade you end up in wins. What happens when you get 30 of them after you've been scaling up? You're in position. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. This is good stuff, man. This is good stuff. What I love about this training process is that it's human nature for something to take time before it clicks. We all want something now, you know. Man, I want to be in position now. I wish I could just be in position now. And you have to understand that later becomes now. Whoa. Hold on. Later becomes now. So it's what you do now that produces the later that becomes now.
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.
Did you hear what I just said? It's what you do now that produces the later that becomes now. And vice versa. The now that becomes later. So now and later are the same thing. But it's what you do now. So this is why when people procrastinate, they never do it. Because they keep putting it off to later. Later never comes. What you're calling later is just now at a later time. The later that you think or that you're thinking of is now at a later time. All right, let me relax. Because this will change your whole approach to how you do shit. Why do you think we repeat 301? Why? Why do we repeat these trainings? Why do you keep listening to the same ones over and over again? Why? Because later is now. So what I'm doing now is what I'll be doing later. Your breakthroughs and your moments of clarity come now. You don't know when, but it doesn't matter when, because when it comes, it's now. Like, oh shit, I just caught that. That's now. You just caught that just now. Right? Well, how long did it take before it came? After a while, you don't even know how long it took, and it doesn't matter. It's crazy. Ooh, look at this.
I'm focused, man.
If you keep doing what you're doing now, your later will be the same as it is now. That's hard. This is a good question. So Megan's basically asking, when we're trading with larger contracts, why is someone on the other side willing to lose and give you the money? Well, because they don't think that they're going to lose, for one, and also because they have a better risk reward than we do in their mind. What do I mean by that? To them, they're only risking 20 to make 80. So in their head, they're like, well, I'm only risking 20. So I'm only going to lose 20 if I lose. But I'm probably going to win. Or they're thinking, well, what if I win? I'm going to make 4 times what I'm risking. See, this is the thought process that people have on the opposite side of what the market's doing at the time when we trade. Their thought process is better risk reward on the trade. They care less about having a clearer understanding of the market. They think that just having a better risk reward is the advantage. Does that make sense? There are people that believe that by having a better risk reward on a trade, they have an advantage over you. Yeah, if you lose, I'm going to win your $80. But when you take the trade, when I'm in that trade and I'm risking 80, am I really risking 80? With the level of market understanding that I have? I've done my due diligence and I've taken the time to study and observe the market to know that the behavior currently is producing the outcome that I want. Who's really risking more? So the risk is less monetary. It's more lack of skill. The real risk is not having the skill in the market. The real risk is not understanding the movement of the market. What you going to do? Cross your fingers and hope? That's not skill. So many times that's what people do. They're like, all right, man, I hope this one moves for me. And many times when these people are trading on the other side of us, the expectation is that the market does something in order to move to the other side of the strike when they're in the trade. Because for them to enter that trade means that the market is out of position at the time. When we're in the trade, the market's already in position. It's called in the money. So we're taking an in the money trade. They're taking it out of the money trade on the opposite side. So in order for them to collect the profit from us, the market has to move in the money for them. So you see the dynamic. But again, if I've taken the time and I've done my diligence, I already know that the market's not going to do that. The market's either going to remain where it is at the time, or it will move further in the money by the time I'm in that trade. You see that you see the difference? But you can't know that if you don't have the skill. If you have not developed the skill set through observation and study, you'll never know that. So you'll literally just be flipping a coin every time. Whether you're trading in the money or out the money, it doesn't matter what your risk reward is. If you don't understand the market, it's a coin flip for you. Period. If you don't understand the market, it's a coin flip, regardless of your risk reward. He hit it right on the head. Look at this. Period. This is it. They don't know what they're doing. In other words, they don't understand the market better than you do. Period. Bilal says the training, the understanding, and the confidence are the only things that have an ROI NTA. Bingo. Bingo. I want you guys to realize something about trading. When you trade, do you have confidence? And if you have confidence, what is your confidence in? That's a powerful question. What are you confident in? What's giving you the confidence to enter into a trade and have an expectation that that trade will succeed? because something has to give you the confidence. For so many people, they have false confidence because they are giving more value to a better risk reward, thinking that the better risk reward is the better way to go, because they're justifying, well, I only got to win, 1 out of 3. If I win 1 out of 3, I'll be profitable. Because if I'm risking 20, I make 80 on the one, and if I lose 20 twice, I lose 40. So I actually double. I'll risk 40 altogether, and I make 80. So I'll double my money. This is the thinking that they have. But then what actually happens? They don't have market skill, so they lose all 4 trades. They lose 24 times. What's 20 times 4? 80. So they end up losing $80 anyway. And here you are risking 80 each time and collecting 20 because you know the market better than they do. Do you see the difference? That's the TA dynamic. Our advantage is that we understand the market first. And because we understand the market first, we trade better. Wow. I'm going to always trade better than you because I understand more about the market than you do. I know when not to trade. Mm-hmm. See, and we never have times, and of course you guys develop this over time. We don't have times where we regret not being in a trade. Oh man, I could have took that one. That one was a winner. We don't care that the trade won if the environment and behavior did not line up. If I shouldn't have been in the trade to begin with, I could care less that it wins. Wow. Think about what I'm saying. I could care less who cares that it won? If I know I shouldn't have been in it in the first place. That's the difference. So, I mean, just put it in perspective. If you really just think about everything that I talk about, I'm really just repeating myself over and over again. Literally, you train and you develop the skill set. You observe and you study the market. You learn the process that we use to observe. You begin to understand how the market's moving. You learn how to identify and recognize stability. Now, what happens is when a trade comes at that time, when the market's stable, and you know what that means now. It's not just something that you hear me say because you trained. Now you know what it means. So now the market's stable. You end up in a trade. You win the trade. You rinse and repeat. And that's the process that you repeat over and over again. And over the course of time, less is more. So even though in one day you got 23 hours of trading available, you're not trading every 5 minutes. You may not even trade at all for the day. But over the course of a week or so, you end up in one trade. You know why you're in it? The trade wins. And we'll assume that you just rinse and repeat that each week. Week in, week out. However it works out and however it averages itself out. Maybe you get one trade this week. No trades next week. Week after that, you get 1 or 2. However it works out. But all because you're applying the process that you learned and that you're trained to execute in the market. Because you learn the process, that's all you do. And because that's all you do, you keep getting the same outcome, which is a winning trade. And what that does is it elevates your confidence. So now you're confident when you trade because you know why you're in the trade. When that trade comes, bang. No hesitation, no fear, no nothing. And you scale up. So you follow the spreadsheet. What spreadsheet? Project Freedom. 30 trades. So just stay with me. Next thing you know, over the course of 30 weeks, remember, you're averaging 1 trade each week. This is after you've developed the skill. You average 1 trade a week. 30 weeks go by, you're in position now. Doing the same exact thing that brought you to being in position. So you continue to average 1 trade a week. No stress. It's not stressful. It's not, oh man, this is a lot. Nope. It's not that. It's the opposite. It's actually stress-free. Because the market either does it or it doesn't. And you let the course of time do what it does. And you just simply rinse and repeat the process that you've learned. What do you think the outcome will be? 30 weeks to get in position? It's 52 weeks in a year. So for the remaining 20 weeks or so, 1 trade a week? What does that look like? Looks like 6 figures.
Dom the Monko. Dom the Monko.
Like you see, I lay it out like that because that's how it will unfold without you trying to do it. You don't have to try to do that. That's just what happens because you've committed to training. It's not possible for you to commit to training and it not happen. It happens. And the crazy thing about it is that you don't even realize when it happens. You just end up doing it. See, as you move through your mindset, you know at which point you've reached a place that you've overcome something that you needed to overcome. The same way that you know that you're not there yet. You know, you'll say to yourself, yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm not ready to do that yet. For you, it might be going live. For you, it might be making the deposit. For you, it might be actually trading. You haven't even taken the trade in your head yet. You're just observing. Whatever it is. Each person has whatever their things are that they have to overcome. This is why I don't ever tell anybody that it will take them a certain amount of time because I don't know. I don't know how much bullshit you got to overcome first. And I don't know specifically what your bullshit may be, but you know exactly what your shit is. And that's exactly what you work through. And over the course of time, that's how you overcome. So the very thing that people think they don't have a lot of is the very thing that you're making the best use of. It's called time. You have to make the best use of your time. What's the best use of your time? Training. Why? Because training is what elevates you to overcome your bullshit. That's how you do it. You'll hear some people in the group say, yeah, I be hearing Mark talk to me in my sleep. Exactly. You should hear me. Because that's how often you should be training, literally. And understand, it's what I'm saying. It's not the fact that it's me saying it. It's what I'm saying. Just like that one statement earlier. Long candles, same color, cutting through the box. You keep listening to that. And as you keep hearing that, you're like, oh shit. Man, this is sinking in now. Next thing you know, that's the trade that you're in. And you're like, oh shit. Ooh, look at that. Then next thing you know, that's only the trades that you're in. See, it's only a matter of time. And again, this is because you've committed the time that you needed. See, you need time. You need the time that you're giving that value to through training. That's the time that you need. Too often people keep interrupting the time. They come into training, they leave. They come back into training, then they leave again. Like you keep doing that 1 foot in, 1 foot out. How long is it going to take you to do it? It's going to take you forever. But if you just stay put and do the work, what you think is going to happen? See, it's not for me, it's for you. I don't care if you stay or go. You got to understand that. See? I mean, I do care, but I don't care. In other words, I don't care if you decide to do it or not. Because it's up to you to do it regardless. I can't do it for you. I've already laid out the blueprint for you to do it for yourself. And then I beat you in the head and reinforce it through these. I do lives. Beat you upside the head again with the same shit. Each time. You're tuning in, you hear me saying the same thing every time. And you look forward to getting beat up. I keep beating you up every time. Like, damn, he keeps saying the same shit. Yes. Every time I come on here, I'm going to say the same thing. Boom, bust you right upside your head with the same shit again. Like, damn, you said that last time. Yep. I'm going to say it on the next one, too. Damn, you said that on live market observation. This is coffee and charts. Yep. It's on repeat. That's what it is. See, some of y'all need to get beat up. Need to be recalibrated. That's it. This is a fact. We don't got FOMO over here. No fear missing out on nothing. See, and that's another thing too. Your fears catch up to you. Some of y'all are scared to trade. Some of y'all are scared not to trade. Some of you are scared to miss out. Oh, damn, man, I wasn't around. I wish I was around and I caught that. Don't worry about trying to catch anything. Well, Mark, when's the best time for me to be on the charts? Whenever you have the time. The time is not important that you're on the charts. It's what you're doing when you're there that's important. Do you know why you didn't take a trade? You didn't take a trade because there was no trade to take. See, and your circumstances have a way of positioning shit in a way that allows you to have an opportunity to take what you've learned and finally apply it because you got the time to do it. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Shit just works out like that for some reason. Like, damn, now I got time to do this. I'm on vacation. You on vacation and you actually on the charts just observing more because you got time. I'm on vacation. I ain't trying to look at no charts. All right. Some of us want it more than others. See, if I was in the position that many of you are in, as far as actually having a blueprint laid out for me, I wouldn't do nothing else. This is just me. I'm just saying, I wouldn't do anything else. This is all I would do. I would create my own regiment, my own schedule, all of that. Like, you know what? I'm gonna wake up an hour earlier, put in an hour of observation, then I get ready for work, do whatever I'm doing. When I get a lunch break, 15 of my hour, I'm observing or listening to training. I'm always gonna do something to build the skill set up. This is what I mean about time. If you commit in an hour a day, over time, an hour a day is 365 days in a year. So if you just committed an extra hour, that's 365 hours of value because that's building your skill set. See, people don't appreciate the little shit. It's the little things that build the big things. You think you're going to get to big income by doing something big? You get to big income by doing little shit over and over again. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. That's a mic drop. Yep, here you go. The beating is a necessity for the hard-headed. There you go. Making yourself available to TA over time. Come on, man. How are you not gonna get there? All right, yeah. People can keep playing around with this skill if they want. Y'all keep watching. Keep watching. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here, man. So everyone, enjoy your weekend. I will see you guys next week. Like I said, I will be introducing something very soon. I don't know exactly when. What's it? Is this April? Yeah, we in April now. I think I will introduce it this month at some point. If I had to guess, I would say I will be introducing something that will expand TA for 2022. So I'll just leave it at that. Leave it at that. All right, man. Y'all know what it is. Love, peace, and soul. Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. This is volume 66, Coffee and Charts. Peace.
Dom DeMarco.